12 days until mayoral election. That number's getting smaller. It was 21 at the beginning, right? So we're like at the halfway point now, which is intimidating. But given that your goal is to seemingly to escape, I assume that this game doesn't. I mean, it must have a 21st day ending, but I assume your goal is to make it end sooner than 21 days because your goal is to escape prison and like go get them. So I actually wonder how quickly you can beat this game. That's the difference between it and Pathologic and so on, is those games have a 7-day timeline that is building up to an ending, and then you get one of the good endings, debatable as far as good, but you get one of the endings based on having accomplished enough to earn individual endings, or you just fuck up and lose if you don't accomplish any of them. Let's see, so it's the evening. I'm currently not starving for a minute.
We want to report that we lost a big bag of money.
Then go to Bruce. Why are you telling me?
You're a detective? Something like this needs to be handled by a true professional like you.
Detective? I was, but now I'm just another prisoner like you.
But there are talented prisoners, and then there are prisoners who are a total waste of space. You're the former. Besides, we don't expect you to do it for nothing. If you find the money, we'll give you 10%.
Okay. So since you're determined, I'll give you a try. First of all, when did you discover the money was missing?
About a week ago.
A week ago? That's a pretty long time. So who discovered it?
That'd be me.
Tell me how you discovered it. Maybe I can work backwards.
It was night. I was asleep. Then I had a sudden stomach ache. Probably from the waffles I had for dinner.
Waffles for dinner is so oddly cursed. Just the fact that it's every day, too.
I had the lemongrass once. Didn't actually like that flavor, but...
Just stick to the main points.
Oh, okay. Then I heard it.
Heard what? Was there a strange sound?
Yeah, Teddy was grinding his teeth and talking in his sleep. He said his wife didn't take all the money from the vault job. He stashed some away. He was just about to say where he hid it when he farted and woke himself up. That must be the most expensive damn fart in all of history.
Are you two yanking my chain? Asking me to find stolen money that you dreamed about? Hiding on the outside?
Whoa, that's a great summary. You should really be some kind of detective. That's exactly what we're asking. Please, we need to get that $1 million back. Or what am I gonna do for chicks when I get out?
Wait, how much?
$1 million.
How much did you say my cut will be if I find it?
10%. If my math's right, that makes it 100,000.
Damn. Then there's no time to waste. Tell me everything that could be possibly related to the money. Don't leave out a single detail. Nah. How quickly it changes. It's still 5 out of 6. When does it turn over? I don't know.
Hello, partner.
The flames cap, which I don't want, and the scented soaps that I probably gave him in the first place. What do you got here? Did I befriend Winston yet? Yeah. I took care of that. Crunchy, William. Ho, ho, ho. Crunchy.
What do you want, old timer?
Lately, you have changed.
Changed? Changed how? You trying to start something, old man?
When you live as long as I have, you learn to read people. You do indeed seem different to how you were the other day.
Tell me then, what's different?
You have become more talkative. Before, you would never have had the patience to talk to an old turtle like me for so long.
You leathery old bastard. If I didn't think I'd break a claw, I'd be carving and screw you into your shell right now. How dare you say that shit about me? The one thing I hate most is guys who talk too much. You know what I used to do for guys who talk too much? Oh, no. Tell me. Tell me every detail.
He's getting what he wants still. The guys are still talking to him. Let's see here. So where is this guy right now? It's in the boxing ring. Did I get the thingy? Still at the boxing ring. Scawab. Right, I almost went to this guy, but then I went off to deal with the, getting clean.
Wanna watch the fight tonight? Tickets are $40.
No.
If you don't want to watch the fight, you can't be here now.
Damn. I think I've never found the boxing match before. I knew that area existed. I didn't know that when it was happening, I guess. So you watch the boxing ring for money. You have to pay to watch, which makes sense. It's gotta profit somehow. It's just curious. I wonder what the benefit is. Does it just renew your mind, or do you get strength experience from watching fighting? It doesn't seem totally relevant to my overall build. The scented soaps. Let's see. +4 with men who like men. Characters like men. And 3 more rapport for every point of charisma. So instead of getting 10 reduced rapport needed to buy items, I would get 50? Or instead of 20, it'd be 50? It's pretty strong. It's probably worth maxing out Ray's reputation with a scented soap. Do I still have it on me? I do. I'm giving them scented soap that I used.
Ooh, that smells great.
84. Tim? Tim. Looks like you're asleep. I'll just borrow a few bucks from you. Hey, what are you doing? Crap. Oh, nothing. I'm just passing by. Daisy, it's such a beautiful day. Are you here to sunbathe in the yard too?
Daisy? The yard? He was just talking in his sleep. He almost gave me a heart attack. Enjoy the sunshine, buddy. I'll just take this stuff out of your pocket for safekeeping. Slowly. Easy does it.
You thought I was asleep? No, I was watching you the whole time.
When did you wake up? Don't get the wrong idea, man. I saw your pocket zipper was open. I was just closing it for you.
I don't mean to stare. It's just that new dress looks great on you. He's really keeping him on he's really keeping him on his toes. I couldn't take my eyes off you. Sorry, Daisy.
Tim, are you pretending to be asleep or just talking in your sleep? Come on, give me a sign. You're gonna give me a heart attack at this rate. Then you have to pay my medical bills. Kevin, you little shit.
I need him to like me. Oh, you need 50 too. Man, do I give him the scarab just to jumpstart it? It's gonna take a long time to get a head on this quest. I might do that. He's so far from where I need him to be. 50, yeah, let's give him the scarab. I can still work on the other guy otherwise. But 50 is such a long distance to go.
Ha! The golden legend.
You can also get some by trading with him if he has anything I specifically want to buy. Which not necessarily. I don't think apples are necessarily worth it, because I feel like there's just are other ways to get your body back without paying that much for one satiety. I'll need sleeping pills at some point, but not now. An iris for crafting. I'm not gonna buy enough from him to get him to 50. There's not much use of grinding at it right now.
What are you waiting for, Jimmy? Unless you roll a 1, you'll win the game. Shouldn't have said that, Whitey. Now I'm betting on Robert to make a comeback. Huh? What'd you say? It's just the truth. Look at the position of Jimmy's planes. Haven't you heard that saying anything that can go wrong will go wrong? Haven't you heard the saying that anything that can go wrong will go wrong? Take Jimmy's dice. If it's possible to roll a 1, chances are he'll roll a 1. You say it like it's an absolute truth. It's not if it's an unbreakable law of physics. Oh, it's even more unbreakable than laws of physics. It's Murphy's Law.
Jimmy, what are those two yakking about?
No idea. Maybe they're arguing about something. Forget about them. Watch this roll. Oh shit, a 1. Oh my god. Can't believe that exact situation happened.
Don't I want your talent? Yeah, bonus at cracking codes, which might be useful at some point, but I don't know when. I'll need to crack a code. Specifically. He loves the beetle, but everyone loves the beetle, so I don't really know anything about his preferences yet. He is probably a nerd that wants a soda, but I should probably save the soda for the agility test. But I don't know if I can do anything about that. I don't know if there's any other ways to increase my agility. And I don't think I can just keep drinking a bunch of sodas at once. Yeah, I'm not sure if I can reasonably reach that level of agility. I might just be at a dead end with that entire quest chain. Quest line. Quest. Individual quest. Singular quest. Caesar doesn't have anything for me apparently. Man, joining a gang is rough. Is this why they always warn me not to do it? Because it's just like it's challenging to make people like you and you have to be vulnerable? I thought it was because of all the violence. Forget organized crime. The biggest challenge is getting Caesar to pay attention to you, Senpai. He's just looming in here. Oh, he's spinning like a knife or something along those lines. I was like, why are you twirling your hair?
Hey, what are you looking at?
Let's see. Should I be calling Beth again? Not Beth, Mary. Margie? Why can I never remember her name? Amelia never gets said. Maggie. Got it reset to 0 again. What's this guy doing?
You calling me?
Guess we'll never know. I'm gonna give him all of my cigarettes because he actually likes them. And it's like... And I like being able to give items to people and know that they're actually gonna work.
Oh, thanks.
Bandages that I don't need. More mint roll-ups, which I can give out as gifts, but they're expensive from him. And more cookies! It's probably too many cookies. That gave me 4 more rapport. Most importantly, I'm hungry. There we go. And I make up for how I got kind of screwed over overall. What am I trying to do today? So I got a strength bonus that'll help me pry off the bars. I do need to craft a new rope because it was taken from me. Put that away before it gets stolen again. And then we just have too many items. Okay, so still have 1 more lumber, which I can turn into a thing. A pencil for writing with. Too many metal plates, frankly. Batteries I don't have a use for yet. Other frustrating aspects. Waka waka. Okay, Poor inventory. And I haven't made progress with the good boy points to buy more inventory space because I got sent to solitary, which is a expectable outcome of being sent to solitary. I forgot you need paper to write letters. I've just passively had paper on hand so much that I didn't notice that I even was needing them all along. Oh, I needed it for the makeshift mask. I ordered the shoelaces for this stupid mask that I've never able to actually get on hand. I mean, I should make it as a matter of principle at this point. The discovery that I didn't even really need it. It'll cut in half my loss of health, so it's like it's good. Because that obviously adds up over time. So if I want to get more mint roll-ups to make people like me, I should ask around for paper, which I also need so I can write. What a life it is to have this much trouble just writing things. So that replaces the glasses. So that's a pretty one-to-one replacement that's fine, where it directly replaces the thing. It's like, here's one for working the sewer and here's one for making people like me. They're pretty mutually exclusive. All this sewering is definitely going to directly counteract my efforts of making any real progress downstairs. Sorry, no. It's the fact that I clean with herbal soap, with scented soap, is a bit counteracted by the fact that I then go to the sewer like 6 hours later every day. And so every day I've done the sewer more recently when I'm actually encountering people. A sports belt. I thought that was a collar. I was looking for paper, right? Yeah, I think that's over here. The ace of spades? Why just specifically the ace of spades? Not like numerous cards, but specifically the ace of spades. Am I missing it among all of the items? There's paper. Oh, Jesus. Okay. So the deer has 6, for starters. We're not that good of friends, but it's not a very high value item. So maybe he'll just already be able to sell them. Doom, doom, doom. Do, do, do. And he'll like me more afterwards. Oh yeah, paper's easy. All in on paper. And he's one of the people that has the pen. One of the people that has the pen. It's interesting that you can't sell things to inmates. You can only sell things at that one place. The barber shop, but you can't sell things to inmates. You can just give them to them, which is a little weird. I wonder if they just didn't want to deal with the economy of that. I haven't talked to her on the phone since sending her the last love letter. Okay, so I need to talk to her again still. There's so many rules. Gah. Let's see here. Oh, he's got a new quest. What's going on here? At attention, what is it? Captain's quest. Read Gentlemanly Pursuits 1 in the general building. You probably guessed it from the title what this job entails. You're absolutely right. The recent additions to the library in the general building include some knowledge that I consider to be dangerous, particularly a book called Gentlemanly Pursuits. I can't believe there's 2 damn volumes. What the hell? Do they think you prisoners are all too well behaved and need to be taught how to steal?
I want you to find out what's in that book, like you did last time, and I want to know what the thief is trying to steal. I ain't having no damn thieves on my watch.
You weird fool. Okay. Why don't you just read these books? This is your prison. You have full access to this fucking place. You're so weird. I probably should have ordered the pizza to make up for my fucked up hunger meter for the day, huh? I wonder if you can share it with people to make them like you. Throw a pizza party for Sharp Claw Gang so they like me. 13819. Hello? Hi, Maggie. It's me. Hi, Thomas. I've been waiting for you to call. I got your letter. I liked all the metaphors and rhymes in it. Yep, same as always. 26 points. I wonder if there's any dice roll based on, like, charisma or anything that affects that at all. She can still mail you a pen. And Death of a Hitman. Personal stereo. So you can leave this on when you're sleeping to get mind and even more charisma experience. But overall not that big of a deal. So if I get 60 more rep, I can get both the pen and Death of the Hitman. I probably should have got the pen sooner. Although it just makes it it's just points when you're riding, so I guess it just makes riding cost less stamina, because you do it faster with fewer checks, and less time, obviously. I just want you to like me. Sharing some funny stories. Ha ha ha, that's me, Mr. Funny Man. Okay. Now she likes me a little more. Keep that going, I guess. So that's how they walk. I don't think I've actually seen their animation before, so they just kind of like wave around. They put a lot of work into all the animations and everything. Right? 20 minutes per check. I do still have more than 2 hours. Damn, big check. Is that within 5? Yep, 2 checks. I'm glad that that particular modifier pays off. What does that symbol mean? Isn't that the poopy symbol? Is it because I need to poop? A little bit. I thought it was the stinky symbol. I'm like, why do I shouldn't be stinky. I'm not stinky. Don't call me stinky. Mean. Hopping on down here to mail the letter. There we go once again. And I'll continue trying to make the people in this particular faction like me. Like Noodle. So here's a roll-up. Whitey's already maxed out. Jimmy. Can I get your rep? Kevin already has a gift today. Yes, it's the Paw Gang, right. Ray's already back here? I just saw them walking around as if they left here. Your bare hands function as a snap gun. So if you get him to the next reputation tier, you'll be able to just unlock doors with your hands? Bizarre. What a strange thing for being a janitor in title to do to you, but okay. We're almost done with Richard. You don't know how badly I needed this. There we go. Now, what is your life story? Hey, you got any scented soap? Why do you want that all of a sudden? Enough of the questions. Do you have any or not? Who'd carry that around with them? Me? What if you accidentally dropped it? Let's see, I don't think I have any on me, right? But I literally did just carry some around with me a minute ago. Apparently you bond this guy with scented soap. Do conveniently have more on hand still. Not matches. This paper away. Organize. Still can't put that stuff away. Yeah, once the day is kind of closing off, I'll do some mushroom milling, I guess. Get enough powder. So I should be able to make enough now. Why do you want that all of a sudden? Enough of the questions. You have any or not? Yeah. Yeah. I do have one, but can't just give it to you without knowing why. Fine. My daughter Sarah's coming to see me. I don't want to smell bad when she's here, you understand? I didn't know you had a daughter. Why don't you tell me about her? Does she have tusks like you? Richard tells you all about himself and his daughter, and you also learn the female Barbarissa's, I think it's a don't grow horns? What a complex story. But Barbarossa, there are not many of his kind. He is furious because you mistook him for a boar. He has terrifying tusks that pierce his snout, a trait of which he is particularly proud. According to him, the tusk growth is extremely painful, but proof of manhood. Amongst his kind, cowards who are too afraid to grow tusks do not get any female attention. Richard used to own his own gun store, but the high rent and lack of customers meant he was forced to do illegal modification work on the side. Perhaps due to the scarcity of Barbarossas, Richard was late to find love. He and his wife had a daughter, and their little Sarah brought color into his once gray existence. Even though he now shouldered a heavier financial burden, the stress would instantly evaporate when he returned home to his little angel. But some unexpected news brought Richard's world crashing down. Sarah was diagnosed with a rare disease that could only be cured by a liver transplant. However, despite being her parents, neither Richard nor her wife were compatible donors. They could only hope and pray that a donor could be found in time. Every day they waited was torture, and Richard had spent all his savings to keep Sarah's condition from deteriorating. Finally, after a year of waiting, they received the call that a donor had been found. A male Barbarossa had died in a car accident, but fortunately his liver was intact. "Honey, we finally made it through," Richard sobbed as he hugged his tearful wife. However, the next day Richard was approached by a man in a suit. He said he had come on behalf of Hops Biotech and told Richard that the donor liver had been examined and found to contain a rare antibody for hepatitis. Their company was researching related drugs, and if Richard would allow them to have the liver, the speed of drug development would be greatly accelerated, which would save countless lives. This is the plot of The Last of Us. Of course, they will also cover all of Sarah's future medical expenses until a new donor became available. No, I'm afraid I have to refuse. I can't watch Sarah suffer any longer, and there may not even be another donor. On hearing Richard's answer, the man turned around and left without saying another word. A few days later, Richard received a letter from the hospital. However, it was not to inform him of the day of the operation, rather the donor liver was no longer available. The mayor had intervened, arguing that limited resources should serve more people. The despair crushed Richard, so he decided to fight back. A tooth for a tooth. That night he stormed into Hop's biotech with a modified weapon, kidnapped the top researchers, and demanded that the stolen liver be returned to Sarah. In the end, Sarah's surgery was able to go ahead, and after learning what his daughter was safe, Richard released the hostages and surrendered to the police. And it was all for Sarah. I'm just a selfish father. That's very The Last of Us, down to the daughter being named Sarah. Wow. Does Sarah know you're in here because of her? No, she doesn't need to know. I don't want to make her feel guilty. She was innocent right from the start. Damn. Expert modder. I have 300 strength points? Damn. From the exercising, I guess. With this skill enabled, you'll be able to craft high-grade tools and weapons. The weapons you craft will randomly get an additional trait. Is it just the high-grade part? I mean, I'll get it, I guess, just to find out what it does. But I think it might, unfortunately... It does say weapons and tools and weapons. I'm hoping that it gave me new things to craft, and it didn't just make it so that weapons I craft gain an additional trait. I think this might be two separate statements that unlock two separate things. It does say tools and weapons, and the bottom part does just say weapons. So we'll have to see if I have new things I can do. Max health, combat. Still don't have access to the last thing. Like, this is never going to trigger. And there's not that much game left, so it can't trigger that many times even if it does trigger. So this max health thing is not going to matter. And these are all combat. So I guess I can go for the max health plus 8. Why hasn't it unlocked this one? What's the logic of this game? Okay, in charisma I definitely got the one on the right without getting the one on the left, so it's not that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I had 6 things unlocked. So maybe I have to buy one more thing, Scarred Hunter, before this one even shows up. Yeah, this only has 4. So I guess this one unlocks after 3 or 4, and this one unlocks this after you have 6. And you, of course, don't even know if it's a thing you'd want. Womp womp. Let's see. Can't really afford much here unless I really want Molotov cocktails. I have enough for Extort, but overall I probably want to save up for another charisma skill if I can find one. Which maybe means I should be prioritizing finding people with charisma skills for me to get. Drunken Master, but it's just a drinking skill. I wonder how many charisma skills there even are. Reverse Hypnosis, two ones is a critical success instead of a critical failure. It might never trigger a single time, but it's technically at least a charisma skill that I can buy with those points. A little bit of bonus for a few skill checks, not very often. Based on my strength score, which is better now. So +2 from Negotiate. Yeah. I should give a point to Hakuna, who should be around here. I keep hoping that this will tick over, like maybe it'll be soon, but maybe not. It's late, so I assume the fight's over by now. Who all is in here? These guys are talking. Whoa, Lynn, I never knew you were so good. Who taught you those moves? I want to incorporate them into my combos. You may not believe me. I learned them from the movies. From my idol, Kung Fu superstar Tang. Oh? I wonder if there are any tapes of his movies in the Sharp Tooth Gang's TV room. I want to see this Tang in action. What do you need to... Hi, Fernando. Last time you said you used to be a surgeon? I did indeed. Can you teach me a few tricks for dressing wounds? Like you said, danger looks around every corner. I might need it one day. I can teach you, but you need steady hands. Don't worry, I'm a craft expert, apparently. I don't think I had qualified for this before. Just tell me how to do it. I'm sure I'll pick it up in no time. Don't underestimate the task. Even the most simple-looking dressing has many different approaches. He explains how to dress wounds, then tells you how he went from doctor to prisoner. It was just one mistake after another. An anteater with sharp claws. He worked as a surgeon before he was in prison. Because of his medical experience, he is given a special permission to work in the prison infirmary. This allows him to lay his hands on various goodies. If you need medicine or rubbing alcohol, he's the one to see. Fernando was originally an attending surgeon at City Central Hospital and treated many patients over his long career. Although he and his wife had divorced a few years earlier due to relationship problems, he still saw his 2 children every week. After the divorce, he devoted more time to his work and soon became a candidate for the position of head of department. However, it was at this time that he was caught stealing anesthetics from the hospital. He was consequently fired and his medical license was revoked. Fernando did it because of his troublemaking younger brother, Alan. Unlike Fernando, Alan dropped out of school early on and fell in with a bad crowd on the street before getting mixed up with the gangs. Late one night, Alan, who had not been in touch for a long time, suddenly turned up on Fernando's doorstep, covered in blood. He had been shot twice and it was obvious that he was involved in a gang shootout. He could not go to a hospital, so decided to turn to his brother for help. Although Fernando did not like his brother, blood was thicker than water. After some hesitation, he decided to treat Alan in his house. That was his reason for stealing the anesthetics. After his medical license was revoked, Fernando had no source of income and was soon overwhelmed by his high mortgage and child support payments. Whether out of guilt or because he had his own agenda, Alan came back to Fernando's house and told him he could make money by opening an underground clinic for criminals. His argument was persuasive. Just because someone's a criminal doesn't mean they're not worth saving, right? Fernando finally agreed to Alan's proposal and became a gang doctor. For the first 2 years, the underground clinic made a lot of money for Fernando, and he gradually got used to living his life in the gray area. However, that all changed one day when he saw a TV news report about someone who robbed a small bank at gunpoint. The perpetrator had killed 2 security guards and made off with millions of dollars. He was still at large but badly wounded. Fernando was surprised to see the suspect's photo, that he had once saved his life. He felt sick to his stomach at the thought that his medical skills had killed 2 innocent security guards. However, fate works in mysterious ways. And just as Fernando was wallowing in guilt, the doorbell rang. It was the fugitive bank robber. He pulled 2 bundles of cash out of his bag and ordered Fernando to treat him again. After a moment's hesitation, Fernando did what he was told, only this time the dosage of anesthetic was much higher, and the robber never woke up from the operating table. After making good his redemption, Fernando asked Alan to help dispose of the body, but after returning to the clinic, Fernando discovered that Alan had stolen the robber's money. The rest of the story is very simple. The dim-witted Alan soon gave the game away when the police caught him spending the stolen cash. It did not take long for the good-for-nothing brother to sell Fernando out. After being imprisoned, Fernando temporarily lost his right to see his two children because he could not afford to support them. Driven by his desire to see them, he started stealing and selling infirmary supplies. Thus, his tragedy ends the same way it started. Your brother really screwed you over. You must hate him. Maybe it's just the circle of fate. When I was young, my family couldn't afford to pay for both of us to go to school, so my parents let him drop out. It's partly thanks to him that I could be a doctor in the first place, so I felt like I owed him a debt. I just didn't think the debt would be so heavy, and that it would take 10 years in prison to pay off. Damn. Emergency surgery while fighting. Terrifying concept. Immediately heal 20% of your maximum health and remove bleed and armor break status. If you have less than 10 health when you use the move, then heal by 30% of your max health. Neat. Probably never using that. But we know Fernando a little bit better. When he recognized the person in the photo, I thought that the reveal was going to be that it was his brother that did it, but it was just it was a new, different person he helped when he was doing gray market surgeries. Then his brother just fucked everything up. He pretty much got away with the murder. It's just his brother sucks so much that he then made things worse. Hello, Perry.
Buddy, take care of your money, and your money will take care of you.
Let's give you a Playboy magazine.
This investment's guaranteed to pay off. That was not very good of a reward. Shit.
Damn. Ability to haggle with inmate. If you were immature, you'd probably type boobies. So he has two. He has two soap for sale. Yeah. No, misread that. Yeah, no, there it is. Kind of expensive. I think the calculator may be worth having. It just sucks to have to carry it around. I can probably make the money back by selling it. And that gave me 10 more rapport also. So just by carrying it, I make 20% more from selling. I feel crazy. Yeah, you still can't sell, right? Like, you can only sell to the barbershop. These people presumably have money, but I can't sell to them because I think they just didn't want to have the game have that feature. And have it get in the way of things. Let's see, probably want to offload these last 2 mint roll-ups just because I don't want to have the space dedicated to it. The boar I wanted to give one to was on the first floor. Nope. And you like these too.
You like these, don't you?
We know that you have this kind of talent, but I don't think I want this ability. You have the Rose Thorn move effect at the start of a fight, instead of having to use it. So it becomes like a beginning passive buff. So Rose Thorn is some kind of effect. It's like a buff? That's not what I expected. Extra pocket slot. Swag bag? What? Ah, Kevin the koala. Well, I'm already working on him. Better incentive, I guess. Just like, did not expect him to have that. Why is it a charisma skill? Architect. Oh yeah, so let's go after Timon and Pumbaa. They're usually together anyway. I think the last thing I need right now is a pick-me-up, don't you? To be honest, I miss yawning. Teddy doesn't like mint roll-ups? At least I don't lose it in situations like that. I do lose the chance to give it to him, though. Rude. Yeah, we were working on this guy a little bit. I don't have food to give him today, so I'll see if he just... Will this make his munchies worse? Does that make him unhappy? He was... Yeah, I saw him back here. This isn't food. Damn. Harsh. He only wants food and nothing else. More recovery effect from showering. Showering, I don't need to buff showering, it's already strong. I definitely could use like a favoriting system here. Just for being able to more reliably find the things that seem more helpful. And like pin them for later, remember that? The tiger combo. He has an extremely expensive combat skill. Halves the time crafting items. Yeah. There he is. Yeah, it said lobby second floor. This may come in useful, or maybe not. There we go. Somewhat less inventory space dedicated to that, I guess. Whee! What a situation to be in. Alright, so lockdown's about to start. So I should probably either be crafting or resting. That'll be for next episode.